This is Ellis Starr with your Key Races and Bets podcast for Saturday, August 9th, 2025. This Key Races and Bets podcast is brought to you by Amwager.com, AMWAGER. Amwager.com is a legal online U.S. based horse racing wagering website. Amwager.com has some great betting tools and perks for the racing fan. Is legal for residents of most states and covers most tracks in North America as well as many around the world. Check it out, amwager.com. You can also get the written version of this podcast, which is the Key Races and Bets blog. You can get it in writing at amwager.com. No login needed. Click on How to Bet in Ellis Starr's blog while you're there. If you're not a member, sign up. You'll be happy you did. We're going to start with the Key Races and Bets blog on Saturday, August 9th with Race 8 at Saratoga. 4-race series, 2 stakes included. Race 8 is a great allowance race. Post time of 4:31 Eastern. Top win contenders in preference order are Surveillance, Little Nye, Light the Way, and Maximus Meridius. This is a good betting race, I think, because the 2-1 starting favorite, Damon's Mound, is vulnerable. Damon's Mound was away from the races for 13 months from until this past January. Won a restricted race in a field of 5 in Florida and has run poorly twice since. There are horses in better form and as fast as Damon's Mound is on his best day, led by Surveillance, who drops out of 3 straights into a classified allowance, who won the last time he dropped this level in April. The 114 Equibase speed figure earned that day wins here if repeated, and the veteran horse with 11 wins in 29 in the money finishes and 47 starts has career earnings of $1.1 million. It looks ready to add to that record. Linda Rice trains Surveillance as well as Light the Way, who must be respected, who won the race he was claimed by Rice out of in February and would have won 4 of 5 since on dirt, all sprints, if not for a nose defeat in April. The loss came on turf, doesn't count. He comes off a win at Saratoga at a mile, every right to win back-to-back as he did in April and June, the latter also at Saratoga. Little Nye returned from 9 months off to miss by a neck at the level last month, has the right to improve and run just enough better to win, must be respected if a win contender, but is going to be lower odds than the other 3 contenders. Maximus Meridius is a 4-year-old, so still has room to improve. He's won 6 of 17 to date, 4 of 7 at this basic 6 furlong distance, including his most recent race a little over a month ago. Max Meridius cannot be counted as a contender. In Race 8 Saratoga, 4:31 Eastern, August 9th. For win bets, if both Surveillance and Light the Way run, because they are in a couple Linda Rice entry, I would bet them both, with Surveillance having slightly lower minimum odds for win bet of 5-2 and Light the Way 4-1. Little Nye can be considered for a win bet at 7-2, but probably won't make that threshold. Maximus Meridius at 4-1 and might make that threshold. When presented with multiple opportunities for win bets, as we are here, we can gain the best mathematical edge possible by using what's called Dutching tool, which prorates our wagers, does the math for us, and there's a Dutching tool which is free at Amwager.com, where all you need to do is select the total amount you want to bet to win, and then select 2 horses, and all the work is done for you. That's one of the many great tools and perks at Amwager. For doubles and pick threes, the double, of course, is race 8 and 9. The pick threes 8, 9, and 10. There's 2 tickets to play here. In race 8, Surveillance, Little Nye, Light the Way, and Maximus Meridius. In race 9, Opulent Restraint. In race 10, El Cordobes, Nation's Pride, and Far Bridge. The second one is going to be in race 8, Surveillance, Little Nye, Light the Way, and Maximus Meridius. In race 9, Opulent Restraint. In race 10, just El Cordobes and Nation's Pride, not Far Bridge. Moving on to race 9, this is the Saratoga Oaks, 5:07 Eastern post time. Saturday, August 9th, the main win contender is Opulent Restraint. The other win contenders are Sinomore and Laurelin. Opulent Restraint gets the rail in the 6-horse field, is the only horse that really likes to lead early, so will be in front from start and very difficult to catch under Flavian Pratt, who rode her to victory last fall in the Chelsea Flower Stakes on the New York circuit. Sinomore improved in her second start since importing from Europe to win the Boiling Spring Stakes at Monmouth, and if Opulent Restraint can't go all the way, she's got a good shot as she continues to improve since coming back from a 7-month layoff and finishing 4th before the win. Laurelin won the Pennsylvania Oaks in June and is undefeated in 4 starts, including when beating Opulent Restraint by a neck in April. However, Opulent on the Straight has improved more than Laurelin since then, evidenced by a 104 equibase speed figure for Opulent Restraint in the Belmont Oaks compared to the 98 for Laurelin in the Pennsylvania Oaks. But it must be noted the runner-up from the Pennsylvania Oaks came back to win, took a step forward, and won the Ontario Colleen Stakes in her next race. For the Saratoga Oaks, race 9 Saratoga post time 5:07 Eastern, Saturday, August 9th. Opulent Straight can be considered for a win bet as a low odds overlay if her odds are 7-5 or more. Sign No More could be considered for a win bet at 3-1 or more. Laurelin has 5-2 minimum odds, but is unlikely to reach that threshold as she opens at 9-5. For the exactas, I want to box Sign No More and Opulent Restraint, and box Sign No More and Laurelin, playing the exacta box between the two favorites. Opulent Restraint and Laurelin is probably not a good short or long-term investment. Doubles and pick threes again. Doubles race 9 and 10, pick threes 9, 10, 11. In race 9, Opulent Restraint. In race 10, El Cordobe's Nation's Pride and Far Bridge. In race 11, all 8. That's just a $24 ticket for $1. Second ticket, Opulent Restraint in race 9. Just El Cordobe's Nation's Pride in race 10, No Far Bridge. And all in race 11. That's a $16 ticket. Moving on to race 10, this is the Sword Dancer Stakes. Post time 5:44 on August 9th. Top win contenders in preference order are El Cordobe's Nation's Pride and Far Bridge. El Cordobe is trained by Charlie Appleby, the same as Nation's Pride. And Appleby does not mess around when he sends his horses to North America to race. In the last 5 years, in just Grade 1 stakes, all on turf, when a horse he ships to North America had its last start in another country, Appleby's record is 11 wins in 9 seconds in 28 races. 3 also finished third, but that's irrelevant. Has 20 of 28 won or finished second. Nation's Pride, for example, won the 2023 Grade 1 Canadian International when shipping from Europe. Has also won the 2024 Arlington Million off a second place finish in the Manhattan and Saratoga. El Cordobe's just won the Group 2 Princess of Wales Stakes when making 4 weeks ago at Newmarket in England, and as a 4-year-old importing to the U.S. the same as Nation's Pride was in 2023 when taking the Canadian off a graded Group 1 Stakes win in Europe. Pratt rides El Cordobe's, and the horse's last race was phenomenal, so opening at 4-1, he's the one to beat and to bet. Nation's Pride and Far Bridge will go to post at much lower odds than El Cordobe, so aren't nearly as good win bets in terms of return for the risk, but both could win. Nation's Pride was second in the 2024 Manhattan over the course to measured time. He was a really good horse, and Nation's Pride won the Singspiel Stakes this past March before a dud in April. William Buick comes over to ride Nation's Pride. That tells us how serious Appleby is, because Appleby and Buick's record in North America is 11 wins, 6 seconds, 3/3 in 22 races going back the last 5 years. Far Bridge is the best of the U.S.-based contingent, and if either of the two above, El Cordobe's and Nation's Pride, can't do it, he can. Far Bridge has won 9 of 18, all on grass, including the Bowling Green Stakes is last month on this course at Saratoga. But in the 2024 Manhattan, the only time that Far Bridge faced Nation's Pride previously, Far Bridge finished third, while Nation's Pride was second, albeit only 3/4 of a length behind. In the Sword Dancer, race 10 Saratoga, 5:44 Eastern, Saturday, August 9th. Win bets. 40% probability to win is really what I think El Cordobe's Nation's Pride have each, so fair odds are going to be 3-2 for continuing a win bet, and still Nation's Pride may be a low odd overlay above that level, but I think El Cordobe's will be the only horse that is worth betting to win. Exactas, we're going to box El Cordobe's and Nation's Pride, and box El Cordobe's and Far Bridge. Play the El Cordobe's and Nation's Pride exacta for 2 units, or 2 times as much as you play the exacta of El Cordobe's and Far Bridge, because I think it's going to be easier and better to hit. Race 11 at Saratoga finishes off this Key Races and Bets podcast. This is a 617 post. The top win contenders in preference probability order are Street View, Practical, Love, and Who Could Ask for Mo. But for doubles and pick threes, as you heard earlier, we're using all 8 because it's a wide open race and there should be some value, no heavy favorite at all. Street View is hard to resist, opening at 15-1. She just won on June 12th as the 9-5 favorite at the 7 furlong trip, with the second best last race equibase speed figure of 90 in the field. She has a record this year of 3 wins, 1 second, 1/3, and 5 races. Are only out of the money finish, coming on a muddy track, which is not going to be the case on Saturday. And the trainer who claimed her in March then got her to run second right off the claim and to win last out is Stephen Schauer, formerly an owner, who is hitting on all cylinders since taking out his trainer's license in February with 9 wins, 5 seconds, 7 thirds, very consistent in 35 races. Practical Love won easily at Saratoga last month. The breaker maiden fits perfectly at the first allowance level, so may be tough right back. Next on stage, May Not Love to Win, evidenced by 3 career wins and 8 runner-up efforts, but moving from the rail last month where she finished second after leading to the outside where she runs a lot better, gives her a shot of running well, particularly as she has 2 wins and 1 second place finish in 3 tries at this 7 furlong distance, and her last race earned her a 93 equity speed figure, which is the best in the field. In race 11 at Saratoga, 6:17 Eastern, Saturday, August 9th, I would consider a win bet on 1 or 2 of the 3 main contenders, Street View, Practical Love, and Who Could Ask for More, at odds of 7-2 or more, and use Dutching tool like the one at Amwager to maximize the mathematical edge when they're going to go at different odds when betting on more than 2 horses in a race. It's a great betting race. Don't forget, you can get the written version of this Key Races and Bets podcast, which is the aptly named Key Races and Bets blog, and it's free at Amwager.com. Click on How to Bet in LS Stars blog. While you're there, if you're not a member, sign up. It's legal for residents of most states and has some great perks and tools for the bettor. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.